Meteorologist Casey Cloud with you late on this Monday night, tracking a severe thunderstorm warning just issued here in the last few moments for the Adel area. I know watching the flash flood potential there as well in Cook County along Interstate 75. Just got to be really careful. I mean, the rural roads, you got to be careful here as well. So just wanted to jump on because we were seeing some pretty strong winds here on the radar moving right in that vicinity. The latest scan, not quite as strong as what we were seeing. You kind of back it up and see what I was talking about there right when they were issuing the warning. But it's honestly a good idea just to come on for the flash flood potential too for a few minutes as well. So we'll go over to severe thunderstorm warning first off. This was issued at 11:45 there for Cook, southeastern Berrien, Lanier, northwestern Lowndes, as well as north central Brooks counties. So we're watching this for another about 40 minutes or so. Severe thunderstorms at 11:45 were located along a line there that extended from Sparks to Adel at 7 miles west of Hira, when it at about 30 miles an hour, so 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and penny-sized hail. Those are the greatest concerns as we look at things, as we monitor the situation here. Just kind of try to give you the latest updates here as things do develop. I know this includes Nashville, Lakeland, Adel, over toward Hira. I'll go ahead and zoom out a little more. Move this over just a bit. We're also talking about Sparks. You have Ray City in there, Moody Air Force Base, Meg, Cecil. You kind of get the idea. And then that flash flood warning, let's go ahead and talk about that right now. So that may end up being a little bit bigger danger. There's a chance. I know I was standing by in case they upgraded this to a particularly dangerous type situation. It's considered considerable more than anything with the actual tag. They haven't done that yet at the Tallahassee office, but I know looking over storm total amounts, you see to the east, I mean, some of these areas have picked up 3, 4, 5 inches, and that's not what you want to see, obviously. And we could have a good bit more coming on in here. I mean, looks like about another inch or so potentially coming on in toward the picture here. So just got to be really mindful of that. Just got to be really cognizant. It's nighttime, so the roads could be a little bit harder to see, especially, between just the pouring down rain and and the water starts covering the road. You don't know how deep that water is, so really the best move is just turn around. Don't go through that flooded roadway because you don't know how deep it is. Just turn around, don't drown. Just 6 inches of flowing water could knock you down. So, I mean, if your car stalled out and you got out, 6 inches of water, you get knocked down and then you're in big trouble. So, you just got to be really careful because sometimes there can be flowing, type of currents through that water, and then that's when you start having problems. So, got to be really careful there. In Cook County, Georgia, Berrien, and Lanier, there's a base flash flood warning that was extended until 1:30. And really starting to see that concern realized here now towards South Central Georgia for that potential. So just something to watch and track. I know you can see it on the very edge of the screen. There's a severe thunderstorm warning way out toward Mobile. Kind of interesting. That's kind of moving more toward the water, though. The area, at least. But I know it's not an area. I just wanted to see what movement was on that. But do have some stronger winds here south of Hira. But the winds look a little weaker right now, which is good. If they were looking like this here a few minutes ago, I might have not jumped on, but really it's a good thing to jump on just for this rainfall flood potential here, because this is some very heavy rain coming down in areas like Adel right now, Sparks, Cecil. We're probably pretty close, to getting a considerable flash flood warning upgrade here. I may not quite get it. We'll see. I mean, it is a situation, where this is moving through quick enough, maybe, but it just kind of catches my eye here and causes a little bit of concern. So just want to be on here for a few minutes with it as we track things kind of come together a little bit around Adel there in Cook County, Cecil. I mean, you have Sparks in here as we look right along I-75. I know you see some wind, but that wind is kind of weakened back down again. So 40 to 50, though, it's not great. But you see what kind of prompted a warning here. About 11:40, we started getting the brighter colors of up on the storm velocity here. Base velocity, you can see those winds kind of coming on in there, and then they kind of fall off some. pretty rapidly though, so that's good, but still a lot of heavy rain here in the warned area. So just to be very cautious here as we're looking at things. I know, let's go ahead and see the right view. I know the watches were all let go earlier on. We have the warnings here in play, the severe thunderstorm warning and the flash flood warning. So again, just gonna continue to watch things very carefully here. Continue to give you the very latest on the scenario. And just gonna go ahead and keep on updating you here as it is needed. I know, just going through everything here in the Weather Center. Zooming back in a little bit there on Adel. You see that lightning there on Ahira as well. You know, may get, okay, I was going to say may get it. We just are watching things, I know, toward the south. Could get a severe thunderstorm warning down there. I don't think it quite meets the criteria, but there is a special weather statement. I was just wanting to see that. I didn't see it a minute ago, but it's on here. A special weather statement here for areas, you know, Valdosta and north of there. So just something to kind of consider, something to kind of think about here as the overall scenario does evolve. Just something to kind of stay tuned to. That's for sure. As we continue here, I'll go ahead and zoom out a bit. Again, just watching this potential here in south central Georgia. And then we'll zoom back in a little more. Just worth noting here. Just continuing to track it all. Just trying to make sure you're staying informed. I'm going to zoom out a little. Again, we're at midnight on the dot now. I'm meteorologist Casey Cloud here. We're in South Florida. Cloud weather is. And we're just trying to give you the very latest on severe weather concerns in south central Georgia. I know, just giving you an idea where here. I'll pull up our coverage map. Bradford County, the highlighted county, and the concern right now is toward Berrien, Cook, Lanier, Brooks, and Lowndes. So that's what we're tracking right now. Back to the Doppler we go. I know that's not, you know, something that this area is, you know, really being covered by just all over the place. Like, you know, earlier on we had some more cover to the storms there in South Georgia than we do now. But yeah, we just got to be careful here to make sure that this doesn't become, you know, a more serious and maybe life-threatening type of flash flooding scenario. But we're just going to keep on checking everything here and keep on giving you the very latest as the timeline does go on. I know, just going to go ahead and keep on looking here. Again, looking there in South Georgia. Just trying to give you the latest. Trying to give you the very latest. Trying to keep you safe and informed. May not stick with it too much longer, just depending on the progression of things here. But just gonna keep on giving you information that you need. Just trying to make sure you have it all here. Yeah, that wind does not look as organized to the north now. More to the south, I mean, Valdosta, you guys can get gusts there upward of about 40 miles an hour and pea-sized hail according to the advisory. So it's kind of moving east at 30, down to the south, and to the northeast at 30 as well. So we'll just kind of watch to progress into this here as I kind of scrub back and forth a bit as the situation does go along. So I'm getting an update on this warning now. They just updated it through the weather service there in Tallahassee. I know, just trying to let you know what's going on. Let me see here. So the latest details is coming on in. Let me see what we have here. Let me just pull up our severe thunderstorm safety tips. So they canceled out Brooks County, but they're continuing Cookberry and Lanier and Lowndes. That's until about 12:30 in the morning. Severe thunderstorms looking along the line there. It's extended from near Nashville to near Ray City to 7 miles northwest of Moody Air Force Base to near Hira. Moving east at 35 miles an hour. So 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and penny-sized hail. And just watching the situation here very carefully. Just trying to let you know exactly what's going on. I know, again, velocity wasn't showing up as serious here as it was earlier on. Just trying to let you guys know the very latest details. As I continue to go through things here. You see Lakeland there in Lanier County. They're going to be getting some heavy rain pretty soon. Adel, rain slacking up a bit, but it's still coming down pretty hard. Ray City getting some of the worst of this between the rain, the wind potential, and that, this combination in general. So, some flash flooding potential there. So, gotta keep our eyes on things. I'm gonna keep my eyes on the situation. I know down here is where they could go this severe thunderstorm warning. The winds don't look quite to that level, but 40, 50 mile an hour winds at this height, that might get them trying to, just be really cautious. I'm going up a little on some of these heights, and I don't quite see, the 58 mile an hour gust on these numbers here at this point, but just gonna continue to track the situation here. And I'll be on if needed. I'll be posting updates here if needed. Just it kind of varies here based on the overall need of the overall scenario. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Here it's now past midnight. We're just past Memorial Day here in the Eastern Time Zone, and we're gonna be watching the storms here, and I'll be back if necessary. Let me zoom out here again. We'll be back, of course, if nothing else, late Tuesday for a formal update and a hurricane special Wednesday evening. So make sure you tune in then. So just thanks so much for watching, everybody, on the different platforms. Of course, we got a tornado warning for any of our 62 counties if you're on at once. We've had that here in this sequence, but we're watching, not really expecting that. But for now, thanks so much for tuning in and trusting me. The flash flood warning, severe thunderstorm warning do remain in effect. But I haven't seen it upgrade to considerable in the flash flood warning, so I gotta be careful. Severe thunderstorm warning, winds don't look as strong. I know it's getting a little closer to radar, but it seems like some of the stronger wind will be further down to the south of this, to some degree here, maybe just on the edge of the polygon. So it could cause an issue, another one, but I don't think it's quite as severe criteria with the wind right now. But it could still be a little bit dangerous, knocking out some power and the like. Don't want to be driving this, so just take it easy, be careful. I know it's holiday weekend's wrapping up, so there might be a little bit of extra traffic on I-75. Though I think many folks would already have made it back by now. But just gotta be careful, and I'll be back here in the weather center if the conditions warrant. Again, a little bit of weak rotation there. I just saw that marker pop up. It doesn't look too impressive, but definitely winds of 40, 45 miles an hour, moving toward the B-Miss community. You have Stockton there next little bit, maybe even holding together in toward Clinton County. So Oh, I'll be watching it and posting, and if things really do ramp up, I'll come back on here as well. But for now, well, take that back. We're about to wrap it, but no, we're just gonna do severe thunderstorm warning. So I guess they're kind of seeing what I'm seeing. They have enough concern on this. So let me go ahead and switch to another radar perspective to see. Maybe we can see why they issued this. A little bit more wind off the Tallahassee radar, it would seem, but it's not overwhelming. Let's check the Jacksonville radar. It looks like a little more reflectivity, but again, not overwhelming, but there's enough there. Apparently, I see a new severe thunderstorm warning now until about 12:45 or so for parts of Brooks, Lanier, and Lowndes counties. So that's just coming down from the Weather Service in Tallahassee here, including some of that I-75 corridors. We're looking a little bit further on down here into Valdosta. So let me go ahead and read this to you. At 12:07, a severe thunderstorm was located over Valdosta, moving east at 40 miles an hour. So southern Lanier, Lowndes, and east central Brooks counties underneath this, and south central Georgia, Valdosta, Lake Park, Moody Air Force Base, I-75 at exit 16, Bremerton, Dasher, Naylor, Greenwood, Valdosta Airport, Kinderloo, I-75 at exit 22, I-75 at exit 11, and Stockton here. So again, that's kind of the storyline right now with all of this. Just trying to keep you up to date here. Just trying to keep you informed. I know. Just trying to make sure you have the very latest here. Very important. Just trying to keep you safe. Stick with it a little bit longer. Let's see if we have anything new on this, since it's right in Valdosta here. Hate to wrap the coverage right now, right this second, since there's a little bit of new concern down there. Looking toward Lowndes County. Again, just letting you guys know what the storyline is. Again, giving you the latest updates. Watching a little bit of convection there in Eccles County. It's not too strong right now, though. Maybe some gusts to about 30 miles an hour or so over that way. Again, just trying to give you the latest. Again, a situation that's ever evolving here. Looking to the north, I know around Lakeland, some pretty gusty winds there in Lanier County. Let's go storm total rain. I mean, that's only 4 or 5 inches there. I mean, that's a good bit of rain north of Lakeland, north of Sherman's there. So just remember, turn around, don't drown with more rain coming in. Be very careful on the roads. Definitely could have a few parodies around Valdosta, maybe a tree or two get knocked down. I'm just not seeing a whole bunch there to really stick with this, but still got to be careful here. I'm going to wrap it for now, but just be very careful there still around Valdosta. I know you can go to clutter.com/radar interactive, look at things that are not on the air. I just don't know if there's quite enough here for me to stick with this based on what I'm seeing on the radar angles. Doesn't mean there's not going to be a little bit of damage, though. As I'm looking off the Tallahassee site, there could be some wind enhancement. It might have already just gone right through there on the north side of town right about now, but Even here, the numbers aren't all that strong, but there is some opposing wind, just a little bit. But on the closer view here, I mean, I'm only seeing ones to about 40, though they're really close to the surface. And that kind of makes it a little harder sometimes for some measurements. I'm just kind of scrubbing here. If you're wondering what I'm doing here at home, trying to go up in height a little. Again, could have some damage. I know sometimes it gets a little tricky here at this spot on the radar, as we're looking at things in Lowndes County there. But again, just take it easy out there and be careful. Again, severe thunderstorm warning here in this box until 12:45, up here to 12:30, and then this is till 1:30. So again, that's kind of the storyline there. We're just gonna keep on tracking the situation, and I'll be breaking back in here if it is necessary. So just keep it tuned here to Cloud Weather and all the different platforms. If I need to break in, if I just need to post some new warning information, Facebook, and then also there, Twitter/X. So those are places to go in that regard. For now, though, just be careful near that Interstate 75 corridor there. You just got to be really cautious and taking heed. But for now, just stay safe out there and have a great night.